Hello, Dr. Victor here. Hope you're all well, and today we will discuss how to fast. Even if you never tried fasting before, today we will talk about how to begin. So, let's go! Yes! If you enjoy the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. So, related to fasting, there are different ways to fast. By the end of this video, you'll know how to approach a fast and which type of fast is best for you. So, if you never tried fasting before, it's no problem. Pretty much anyone can fast. Do it! So basically when you fast, you don't consume any calories. So in the period of fasting, 0 calories. So basically only water or 0 calorie drinks. But I recommend you choose to drink only water and leave the 0 calorie drinks alone. By the way, there are two different types of fast. Water fasting, where you don't eat anything but you are allowed to consume water, and dry fasting. The risk of side effects and severe side effects are with dry fasting. So I recommend you try water fasting, where you can drink water no problem. There's no good reason to stop drinking water. There are no benefits at all and only risks. Maybe only if you have a chronic illness like chronic kidney disease and you're on dialysis. Now the key with fasting is to start slow and progressively. For example, if your last meal of the day, so dinner, is about at 11 p.m. and the next meal, the next day, breakfast, is about at 8 a.m. Here you have 9 hours of fasting. That's a great start. The next small step would be to move your breakfast 2 hours later. So instead of eating breakfast at 8 a.m., you eat your breakfast at 10 a.m. And now you will be fasting for about 11 hours. So it's a small improvement. And this is the best way to approach fasting. Starting slow and progressively. Constantly, day by day, adding the number of fasted hours. The risk of suddenly trying a prolonged fast before never trying a fast is that your body cannot adapt to it and you can develop adverse effects and you can't maintain the fast. Now, as I said in the previous videos, there are different ways to fast. You can try intermittent fasting, which basically is an eating pattern in which you go extended time periods, at least 16 to 48 hours, with little or no energy intake, with intervening periods of normal food intake. Related to intermittent fasting, there are different types you can try. Alternate day fast, alternate day modified fast, or 2 days a week. Basically, in the alternate day fasting, you don't eat anything in the fasting day, and in the next day you can eat normally. So 0 calorie intake on the fasting day. Alternate day modified fasting is when on the fasting day you restrict your calories to more than 60%. So if your daily energy requirement for a day is about 2000 calories, you will restrict those calories to more than 60%. So less than 800 calories in the day you fast. And finally, 2 days a week fast, or 5-2 fast as it is called, where you choose 2 days a week when you consume 0 calories. Or you can do a modified version of this fast where you restrict your calories to more than 60%. You can choose any 2 days in a week, but preferably the 2 days not be one after the other. So did you thought those were all the ways of fasting? No, there is also periodic fasting, which means a period of fasting for at least 2 to even 21 or more days. So at least 2 days of fasting. Of course, if you never tried fasting in your life and you want to try fasting, starting with prolonged fasting is not such a smart idea, because the risk of adverse effects is even higher, because your body is not adapted to fasting. And also you have time-restricted feeding, which is a thing of its own, where basically you have only an amount of time per day when you eat. So by default, in this way of eating, you will fast. The difference is that usually time-restricted feeding does not have calorie restriction. So you will still eat the daily calories in a normal day, but only the amount of time that you're allowed to eat will be smaller. So the interval in which you are allowed to eat per day will be shorter, usually under 8 to 10 hours. For example, you can implement only eating for about 8 hours per day, 12 at lunch to 8 at dinner. So 8 hours you're allowed to eat in these 8 hours. So of course you are still fasting. Or if you are already experienced, you can try allowing yourself only 4 hours interval per day of eating. So for example, from lunch from 2 to 6 p.m. That's your lunchtime, 4 hours. So basically that equates to 20 hours of fasting. But remember that many of the benefits of fasting come also with caloric restriction. So I would recommend whatever protocol you try, but also restrict your calories to have the long-term benefits of fasting. So the important things are to start slow and progressively in a step-by-step approach. Also, the longer the fast, the more important it becomes to supplement with electrolytes like magnesium, sodium, drink plenty of water, because if you fast for more than 48 hours, the risk of electrolyte imbalances slowly starts to rise. Again, one of the most important things while fasting is to stay hydrated. Many people, when going into a fast, don't drink enough water, so always have the bottle of water with you and drink water throughout the day. Of course, when starting a new fast, or if you're not adapted to fasting, you might see some side effects, which we'll talk about in the next video. But if you drink plenty of water and if you have your electrolytes in check, the symptoms won't be that severe. As you go throughout your fast, day by day, you'll adapt even better to it and you won't have any adverse effects. You actually might feel even better. Now, another subject worth discussing related to fasting is choosing the interval in which you eat throughout the day. Are there any benefits of choosing to eat all your food in the first part of the day or the second part of the day?
I just don't give up!
Well, many studies have shown that eating late in the day or at night disrupts circadian rhythms and may have adverse effects on weight and health. Many studies have shown that consuming food outside the normal feeding phase, so eating during light time for rodents and during late night in humans, may disturb normal peripheral and central clocks. So yeah, it's good that you fast, but another step forward towards your health would be to fast in the first part of the day, because choosing to eat in the second part of the day at night could disrupt the hormones and the metabolism in your body. So let's recap how to do a proper fast. Start slow, progressively in a step-by-step approach. Drink plenty of water. Water, water, water. Also, if you are doing a prolonged fast, supplement with the necessary elements.
Nothing is impossible!
It would be an even better idea for your health to choose the eating window in the first part of the day and not at night. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, found it useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and we'll see each other in the next video when we're gonna talk about fasting side effects, because there are some side effects of fasting if you don't do it properly, especially. So, we'll see each other next time. Salut!